Cinema Classics is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.com.
The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org and like us on Facebook.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Johnny DiLoretto, and this is Cinema Classics.
Sure is.
We're at Gateway Film Center, and we're doing our fall preview, which we're just going to focus, John, we're not going to do the whole thing.
Of course we're not.
No, we're just going to focus on September and November and come back to the rest of them later, right?
Well, I think September and October will be better than September and November.
Did I say September
Yes.
and November? Well, that's stupid. Of course, I meant September and October. Let's start with September.
All right.
What do you name
think,
a couple of these things?
All right, I think we should start out with Sicario.
Yes.
All right, and that's with Emily Blunt as an FBI agent.
Yeah.
And Josh Brolin, I love seeing him.
Yeah.
He's kind of a cowboy agent.
Right, and Benicio del Toro.
Oh.
It's a drug trafficking drama adventure. Right? It looks
great.
good, it looks good.
It does
I'm interested in that. What do you think about The Visit, which is M. Night Shyamalan's latest movie?
And supposedly it's back in his...
That's
I know.
what they say.
Well, that's what they say because he's been down.
You know, I know he's been, he's actually just scraped bottom. He's been at the bottom of his career for a few years now. It would be a really Shyamalan-esque twist if this turned out to be really good.
It would be a good twist.
Yeah, so it's about kids and their grandparents terrorizing them, right?
But you want to know what I'm really looking forward to? Because
Yeah.
it's about an older guy.
Mm.
And it's an older guy and a younger woman. And it's one of our favorite actors of
Okay.
all time.
Oh, right, Robert Redford.
The Robert's right. De Niro.
Oh, De Niro.
In The
okay.
Intern
Okay,
with Anne Hathaway.
terrific. Yeah.
He must be retired. He comes in as an intern, and she's running the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be darned.
You think that looks good?
Do you think they're going to get together? Not romantically get together.
No.
They're going to get together? Do you think he's going to advise her? Do you think they're going to become best friends? How do I know this? Because the trailer tells me everything.
Right, everything. It's a formula. It's a formula.
It is, yeah.
I don't know. Could that be entertaining or not?
Yes, at least the trailer, and of course, De Niro will make the best out of it.
Okay. Here's a little interesting movie right here. Pawn Sacrifice. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't.
Tobey Maguire, Liv Schreiber.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a Bobby Fischer movie with Tobey Maguire as Bobby Fischer, the chess player, legendary chess player.
Super.
I don't know. That could be good. What do you think of Black Mass with Johnny Depp, almost unrecognizable, as Whitey Bulger?
It's difficult for me to see him with the shaved head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is with his widow peak shaved like Whitey.
I've heard that might be real. That might be his real hairline.
No, get out.
It might be.
Well, what can you tell our audience? Because we all know you've seen it.
Yeah, well, no one knows that but you. We'll talk, maybe we'll do a Johnny Depp show, but the guy's back at the top of his game,
Excellent.
probably giving the best performance he's given since, hold on, let me try that again. The guy's back. You know, I've been down on Johnny Depp for the last 10, 15 years or so, but this might be his best performance since Ed Wood.
Oh, gosh. All right. It's called Black Mass, and it's based on a true story of a Boston gangster.
And he's a ruthless mobster.
He's still doing time. He's in his 80s. Now, one on a different end, maybe is Everest with Josh Brolin.
I gotta tell you something. Nothing bores me more than mountain climbing movies. I just get so... it's the weirdest thing. I know as a critic, I should never... I would never say that it might not be great. But I just, it takes me a little bit of working up to get excited about dudes climbing mountains.
I get excited about it as an adventure. One of my problems is I'm consistently thinking about how they're staging these and how well it's like a documentary that intersperses these staged moments. So this kind of thing, I'm always in disbelief because there's nobody that could possibly go to the extremes that they did and photograph that. So it's clearly all...
Well, there's a lot of computers. A lot of computers. Well, I'm always interested too, how do we really kind of relate to those characters in these movies? They don't have to climb the mountain. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I like about it.
No one's forcing them to climb it.
That's what I like.
You like it.
I like it.
So they're going up there for no reason and getting into
Yep.
danger, and we're supposed to be worried about them.
Well,
how does that work?
We know how it ends up. Josh Brolin is the only one that gets out.
Oh, we know this.
So we know that, right?
Spoiler alert.
Well, I know. Everybody who's been alive knows that great Everest incident. Only one of the 5 or however
Yeah.
got back, and that's with
A
Brolin.
lot of people die in there, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not.
They're always
it's,
dying.
It's not unusual, but these, and I think they were seasoned. That's what makes it so. It's just a really tragic kind of thing to happen to anybody.
Okay.
But how about maybe the same deal? The Walk.
Now, that is interesting.
So that you like?
Well,
This guy's going on a wire between the
I
trade
didn't
towers.
say I like it. I said I'm compelled. I'll tell you I'll tell you when I like. If I.
Well, okay.
I'm trying to get a word in, but I can't get a sentence out. What I'm trying to say is that I'm curious as to whether or not that one bit of tomfoolery, walking between the World Trade Center
Yeah.
towers, is actually compelling enough drama to sustain a 2-hour film.
Well, you remember there was a documentary a few years ago on
Yeah.
that very thing, and I found that compelling. So,
Did you?
Yeah.
So now translated to
I know. You know, how do they do it?
cinema.
They have safety nets. He's not any
Oh,
more
I'm
than 10
sure
feet
he's
above.
not.
You know,
Yeah,
all those
it's all
thoughts come
computers.
through. I know.
All computers. I'm gonna keep saying that this entire show. Okay.
Surely computerized would be The Martian.
For sure. Oh, The Martian, yes, with Matt Damon.
Bring him home.
Lots of buzz about this movie.
He's stranded on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
The job is to get him home. It's Matt Damon. We want to see him in more films. Let's get him from Mars.
We want to see him one more
I
time.
do.
Do you?
I do.
I think he's once a year I can handle, or once every 2 years. Here's an interesting gangster movie, Legend, with
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy,
Oh,
which everybody loves.
I'm in.
Hot off of Mad Max, and he's in a dual role playing the real-life gangster twins Reginald and Ronnie Cray,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Cray brothers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was a 90s movie called The Cray Brothers. It wasn't, I don't remember if it was very good or not. But I am curious to see Tom Hardy, doubled up on screen playing opposite himself.
Well,
That
they're
could be really-
gangsters in London, so I'm going to love the background.
Are you interested in this Steve Jobs movie with Michael Fassbender?
I didn't even list it here because I had so many others that I was interested in.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
But I am interested in Sandra Bullock because I find that she's highly overrated.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that this one called Our Brand is Crisis. She's a political strategist. Now, maybe that would be good,
Maybe.
right?
I don't
Think
know.
about Donald Trump's political strategy.
We haven't seen her since Gravity.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And everybody will love her, and she'll be on the cover of People magazine again.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be the darling, and so I want to see her come through in that. But I know who's going to come through in Suffragette, and that's going to be Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
I think she's a sincere actress. I like her.
Yeah.
And
She's
she's
charming.
She's with Meryl Streep,
Right?
so it could be good.
What is that about the
movement
right
in
to-
the early 20th
right to vote.
century. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about this? We already mentioned. I mentioned him by accident. Robert Redford starring opposite Cate Blanchett in Truth, and Robert Redford playing Dan Rather.
Isn't that a stretch? You don't have to
course
have people
it's a
look
stretch.
alike, but I love that. I was Dan Rather was one of my heroes
Mhm.
for a long time, and I thought he had something in going after Bush on his National Guard record. He was, of course, wrong because he bought into somebody's claim,
Yeah.
and that brought him down. That brought Rather down from decades of prominence as
Yeah.
a broadcaster. So I find it fascinating. He has lost his claims against CBS
Yeah.
in this matter. So you got a subject that I lived in, remember, and would love to see it, and I always love to see Redford.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course. He's still so watchable. What else you got?
Listen, one of our favorite directors is going to be weighing in October. And I know
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that must be why you're on the show, because you've got a smart
I'm
answer.
looking right at your paper. Bridge of Spies. I see it there. I'm
And
not
Tom
kidding.
Hanks,
And Tom Hanks in it.
Cold
Okay.
War.
All right. Here's my assessment of this movie. Tom Hanks, Spielberg. You'd think you'd be instantly interested in
You're
seeing
bored.
that movie, right? I look at the trailer, and there's a Cold War spy thriller, right?
Yeah.
And,
YouTube pilot. Yeah.
There's a shot in the trailer in which a lamp gets shot and falls off of a desk, and I'm thinking, wow, if this film is so dearth if there's such a dearth of excitement in this film that they're resorting to showing a lamp being broken, I don't know what to expect.
No,
Maybe not much.
I'm with you. It kind of reeks of old school. in some
What about,
way.
it reeks of what?
Old school?
Yeah. What about Room?
I don't know Room.
Okay, Room is this, you should watch the trailer. It's a really kind of emotional, intense trailer. So it's adapted from a best-selling novel about a woman who is imprisoned in a tiny room with her son.
Okay, who stars in this?
Brie Larson.
Oh, like
and
her.
William H. Macy.
Oh,
Yeah.
like both of them.
And check the trailer out because it is it's heart-wrenching.
Okay, I think we have one more,
Yeah.
and this is called Freeheld.
Okay. Freehold.
Lesbian couple, one of whom is a lesbian,
Right.
Julianne Moore, and the lesbian is Ellen Page.
Right.
One of my favorite actresses. I know
Okay.
she annoys you a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm all
I
right
know.
with that.
Okay, and they are they play a lesbian couple challenging discriminatory partners law in New Jersey in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So very contemporary. Two great actresses. Do we have any more?
No, I mean, look at it. That's a lot of movies for September and October. I mean, the unfortunate thing is obviously they can't all be good, but nevertheless we remain excited to see some of these, right? I mean,
All right, and I thought maybe you'd be interested in Burnt
because of the food. angle.
because of the food thing. Bradley Cooper as a chef, as
Yeah.
a bad boy chef.
I don't know. I mean, food movies are a hit or miss
I
kind of
know,
endeavor.
I know. But they're fun to watch anyway.
Yep.
That's September and October.
Yep. And we'll come back at the end of October for a preview of November and December.